We're live. Yay. I'm back. Yay. Hello, everybody. I feel like I've barely recovered from last night's live shenanigans, and here I am again. But I guess that's the life of a reseller. It's constant. There's constantly work to do. Or there constantly could be work to do. You can take some time off and enjoy it, or you can take your time and put it to use in your business. Your choice, right? So, hello, my name is Becky. If we don't know each other, I'm a full-time reseller on most of the major platforms, with Poshmark and eBay being my two biggest and primary selling platforms. And I'm also a consignment seller. So that means that in addition to selling my own things for resale, I also sell for many different consignment clients of mine. And that kind of makes me a little bit of an everything seller because I do accept everything. And it allows me to have quite a bit of variety in my store and in the items that I take in. But it also, at least for me, keeps it fun and keeps it interesting. But it keeps me busy for sure. And then I have some free inventory as well. So what am I working on today? I usually come on and have things to process for my consigners in little small hauls, but I'm actually fully caught up. Oh my goodness. But I will be meeting with a consigner later tonight, so then I will not be caught up. And I was on vacation last week, which you guys know. So I have a few appointments coming up this week to meet up with people who we weren't able to sync our schedules because I was away. So I will have more. But in the meantime, I have been falling behind on my listings just because I've been a little bit playing some catch up from being away. So that's what I have to work on today. And I also have some cross listings to do. I cross list on my own. I use Flip as my cross list platform. And I do manually do it like on Depop because that's not supported. But I've been really good about getting my daily listings up, but I've been really bad about getting my cross listings up. So they're up on Poshmark. That's how I always start my listings. That's where I start things out, and then I cross list. So that's what I'm working on today. And I'm happy to be live on YouTube for anyone who needs motivation getting their own things done. Welcome aboard. Come along for the ride. Let's be productive, right? So I'm just switching tabs here so I can pull up a fresh working place. Oh, someone just jumped in. Hello, Marketplace Boutique. Yeah, good afternoon. Also listing. Awesome. Tell me your name. I know I've seen your little icon before, so I know we've spoken before. I think I met you on the live with Glamma, maybe. Is that where? It's good to see you. And I'm glad that you're working because this is cool. This is what it's all about, right? Is so that we can keep each other company a little bit and get things done, cross off the list. If you were on the live last night, Kristen and I were saying, plan your work and work your plan. And she's kind of like me. She likes to cross things off. Who doesn't get satisfaction from crossing something through and being like, I did it. I actually just did that this morning. I made a list for myself of all the things I had to get done. And it's a list of 13 items. So it's a long list. And I got done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so it's 3:00 and I'm halfway through my list. Oh no. But I figure I'll come on here. I'm probably only going to stay on for like a half an hour or so, but I do have to get this work done. So no better accountability than YouTube, at least in my world. So let's get to it. I just pulled up my cross listing platform and I'm going to jump in. So my goal for cross listing is I want to get 5 things up and I want to get 3 items listed for the first time. Jody, I'm Becky. Yeah, it's good to meet you. Your list is 3 boxes. 3 boxes filled with things. Oh my gosh, you win. Jody wins. Jody, do you have a channel? If so, I want to make sure I'll have to open up a new tab to make sure I can subscribe to you. But if you want to, feel free to let me know and you can shoot me an email. If you want to come on live with me and hang out and be on screen, you are totally welcome to join me in the shenanigans. That's why I started doing my lives on StreamYard, so that if anyone else is around and wants to get chatty with me, it's always fun to chat in the chat box, but especially like if I'm trying to type or get things done, I have to kind of like stop, start. So if you want to chat live and be on screen, let me know. I'll give you my email address and I can send you the link. It is Michael, right? Michael just jumped on. Howdy, how's it going? And Alan, hi, Alan. It's so good to see you, Alan. You and I have some catching up to do, my friend. I have to tell you all about, is it Nightwish, Night Watch, Nightscape? Which, by the way, what I'm talking about with Alan gave me a mini challenge to check out a band that he likes, but I thought it might have been watching people on YouTube while they sleep. Michael, so are you famous? Are you a celebrity of sorts, or are you just in show business? And Michael, by the way, if you want to jump on live also, and you too, Alan, I feel like, Alan, you've told me you don't really have a channel, but if anybody wants to come on live and chat in person, let me know. I figured out last night, I knew how to invite people beforehand, but I didn't know how to do it while live. I just couldn't find the tab. Silly me. Yes, Nightwish. Okay. Alan, I have to tell you, I don't know if you got the chance to watch back last night's live. I know you said you were going to put it in your queue. That woman, that lead singer from Nightwish, oh my gosh, she can wail. Like, she was just going. And that, what was it, 2013, that concert that you recommended that I watch? It was like hours long, and she was just like belting and singing the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, girlfriend can sing. So you mentioned that there was like different singers throughout the years, or like, do they rotate? Because I think I can't imagine going at it that intensely. It's remarkable, but it was cool. I'm glad you turned me on to something new, right? You're my inspo for metal, symphonic heavy metal, right? So I'm cross-listing my first item. Where was that concert again? At the Vachen? Michael said he's at the regular 9 to 5 right now. He's not really famous. Okay. Michael ran for U.S. Congress. Well, that counts. Made a feature horror film. That double counts. And some minor fame. Your cousin is the famous movie star. Who's your cousin? Wow. Is horror your thing, or is that just like an accidental gig that you got? I can't do horror. I'm too much of a whip. I'm a softie. I can't handle it. Category. Sherpa should be a category. For some reason, when I list things that are Sherpa, they sell. Sherpa sells, baby. Maybe it's also just this time of year. Should I put it as a fleece jacket? Yeah, I guess that'll count, right? Okay. So I have this black Sherpa jacket that I showed in one of my hauls, and I couldn't tell the brand because the tag was cut, but I figured out it's hem and thread. So I'm glad that I got the mystery is solved. Okay, except now I don't know. Oh, it's one size. Michael says, Eugene Bondurant. Eugenie. So your cousin is a woman, okay? She played Tigress in Hunger Games. Oh, is Tigress the young girl? No. The witch in Conjuring 3 and a werewolf hunter in Werewolf by Night on Disney Plus. Wow, look at her and look at you. Well, we are in the presence of greatness. So I did watch the Hunger Games, and I read the books. I guess I just read them once, but I'm so bad with like remembering names and characters and stuff. You'll have to tell me which one Tigress is. And I haven't watched The Witch in Conjuring. I haven't watched any of the Conjurings, let alone number 3. I can't do horror. Or anything scary. But you know what I did? I read and watched Discovery of Witches, if you know that one. So I can do witches as long as it's not terribly scary. I'm reading a book right now about witches, actually. I'm a big book nerd, and I'm reading, what is the series? The Throne of Glass series. And there's 3 series by Sarah Moss. And I'm addicted to her, by the way. I think she's so well written, and I'm loving most of the series. I read Crescent City, which is her 3rd series, and I read A Court of Thorn and Roses, which is her 2nd series, and now I'm reading the 1st series, which is a little bit harder for me to get through. I have to say, I think her writing, I think it's progressed as her career has progressed, and I'm enjoying it, but it was slow to start. It had to kind of pick up a little bit. But there's witches. There's like a coven, and they fly on, what did they fly on? Not word keys. Wyverns, and which are like kind of dragons of some sort. So it's cool. I can do witches as long as they're not terribly scary. You can make fun of me. It's okay. Michael says the movie Lawless is about his family. Oh, that's cool. Shia LaBeouf and Tom Hardy play my great uncles. I don't even know. I don't even know who those 2 people are. I'm so bad. So this is where, what is that show where you need to phone a friend? I should phone my friend Chloe. My friend Chloe is such a movie buff. She's actually she's also like a book nerd, like myself. And what's great about Chloe is that she can tell you like who should be cast in films. She'll be like, oh, this person so-and-so is perfect for this, and that person so-and-so is perfect for that. So she knows all the actors and actresses, and she's always like dropping names. And I'm like, Chloe, I don't know who these people are. But she like geeks out on it. She gets really excited like to cast somebody when we read books together. So I'm sure she knows who those people are. But I will have to watch that movie. Well, I have heard of Lawless, but if you had said, Becky, what is Lawless? I would have said it's a TV show. I didn't realize it was a movie. I need to get out more. So I'm broadening my horizons. Let me write this down. I'm going to watch Lawless. Maybe I can watch it tonight while I'm listening before bed. And I'm watching symphonic death metal concerts. You guys are really expanding my horizons here. Okay. I am still listing this Sherpa jacket. I'm doing it on multiple platforms, so hence the delay. Fleece. It bothers me that not Poshmark, eBay asked for like outer shell material. Like, I don't know. Do people do people care about that? I mean, I guess if it's like cashmere or alpaca or something, but I don't know. I've never really been like, I need a jacket that's made out of polyester. Maybe I'm the oddball then, though. Peacoat, overcoat, parka. Ta-da. Yeah, all these choices, and then I can never seem to find the one that like fits what I'm looking for. Oh, well, what are you going to do? Pre-owned. I'm almost done with my first one. Almost done. Okay. Oh, I did the wrong thing here. Okay. Wacken, pronounced Wacken in Germany. Thanks, Alan. I knew it was something with the W/V sound, but I couldn't remember where it was. The Voten, what did I say? Michael says the last movie she was the shop owner that looked like a cat. Yeah, phone a friend or ask Google Alexa. No, my friend Chloe. It's Chloe. I have a friend. I just I'm personally, this is not my strong suit. So I guess that's where you surround yourself by your village, and they keep you straight. Alan's asking me how I'm doing my 30 a day. And I don't mean my cigarettes. For some reason I was craving a cigarette the other day. I was like, oh man. And that like doesn't really ever happen. I am doing okay. I was saying earlier at the beginning of this live that I have been falling short since I've been back from vacation. It was really good before vacation. And I will have you know, Alan, not last time. You just asked me this on Tuesday, and I missed the mark. Don't get mad. I couldn't get my ish together. But I did. I'll tell you what I did that night. I was very productive in exchange for getting my 30 up. But the last time you asked me before that, I did it. I got my 30. I was like, I'm doing this because Alan is holding me accountable. So I really, really appreciate you and the accountability. So last time that you asked me was my second day back from vacation, and oh my gosh, you should have seen. I just had I needed to reacclimate myself with my area, with my processes. I just felt really disorganized, and I started getting my listings going, or my photographs going, because I was I need to get my listings up. And then finally I hit this point where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to take a deep breath. I'm going to take a step back, and I'm still going to get my photos done, but I'm going to be kind of cleaning and organizing as I was going. And I'm so glad that I did, because now I was able to, I think it was also the season. So I was still working before I left for vacation. I still had some spring, summer things that I was working on. And now I've completely shifted to fall. And so anything that I had that was around, I was like, nope, this is if it's spring, summer, nope, I'm putting it in a low priority pile, either for next season, or if I get through a chunk of my fall stuff, then I'll go back to it. So I think that process was good, and it was necessary. It just slowed me down, and that led to, some backup. But then I will say I was kind of queued up and ready to go for the next day. When was that? Was it Tuesday night? Yesterday was Wednesday. So it must have been, it was either Monday or Tuesday. But Alan, it was because of you, because you had said, you had asked, and I was like, okay, I gotta get my stuff done. And then when I was getting my stuff done, I was like, I gotta get organized. So I'm glad that I did. I'm really glad that I did. So there you have it. Alan, how are things with you? What was for dinner tonight? Oh, have you had tea? You probably haven't done that yet, right? Is our friend Jody still here, or did she jump off? And Michael, so you said your daytime stuff is you're working your daytime gig, which is what? If I know that and I'm forgetting it, I apologize. And then are you also a reseller, or do you just like to hang out with resellers? And if that's the case, you're crazy, because we crazy. I'm loving all of my reseller friends, but I think do you have to be a little bit bonkers to sell used stuff? I don't know. Maybe I just feel bonkers sometimes. All right. My second item, I'm writing it down so that there's no chance I can totally get distracted. And then I'm going to switch from cross listing to listing. I'm going to get one more cross listed. I'm so glad I'm getting things done. I told myself I was really just going to stay on for 20 minutes to a half an hour. So I'm trying to also, in addition to hitting my number, my quantity number that I set out to get done today, I also want to make sure that I am holding myself to my timeline, because I think that that's one of my biggest problems, is that I'm just I don't want to say easily distracted, but easily sidetracked. Or actually, I think my biggest problem is that I project things are going to take me quicker, or I'm going to be more efficient somehow than I am. And then I'm like, gosh, why did that take so long? It's I could tell you why that took so long. I underestimated how long it was really supposed to take. Oh, but that's a life problem for me. If I'm going someplace, if I'm going to one of my classes at the gym, the girls know that I'm notoriously late. Or I shouldn't say that. I used to be notoriously late. I'm getting so much better about being on time, but I'll be ready to go, ready to walk out the door. And then I'll be like, oh, well, I can just throw in a load of laundry, or I can just do some dishes. And then I'm like, what was I thinking? So that's, I think, where I go wrong. eBay have extra, extra small? Why don't they have extra, extra small? Because that's what it's listed as. Oh, well. All right, I'm getting my third one done. This is great. Ta-da. Okay. Boom shakalaka. Right, now I am going to switch over close. Get this out of the way. All right. And now I'm switching to actual listings. Okay. Edit. Do you guys have good plans for the rest of today? What do we have going on? My plans for the rest of the day are I have my meeting later, which I go to every Thursday, and then I have dinner, I think with my kids, unless my husband has hockey tonight. So unless they're all going too. And other than that, listing, photographing for the week ahead. Nothing too exciting, but I do get excited by if it, like when I get things off my list, I just feel, I'm so peaceful. I feel so much more, like less scattered, I guess. All right. Linen shirt. This is a shirt that I picked up at the bins, and I think I showed you for my bins haul. It's a linen blend. Women's 3X Anthropologie button down, long sleeve. And you know what? It's also rainbow stripes. I like putting rainbow in my listing because I think that that's something that people actually search. All right. Woohoo! Look at me go. Ta-da. Okay. Stripes with flowy, loose, relaxed fit. Okay. Got my measurements in here. So I did my measurements when I took my photos, obviously, and then I created, like I started this and I put my measurements in there so that I could be really quick when I was ready to actually get my listing going. So I feel like if I do things in this batch work, it kind of allows me to be a little bit more efficient. Okay. I'm also going to share this with my friend who I went thrifting with because I told her that anything I got from my thrifting trip, I was going to share to her. And I asked her to do the same so that I could be living vicariously through her. I didn't get to see her shopping cart before she checked out at the store because I left early. So Michael said he's hoping to make a video later. Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I will look for it. If you're making it, are you somebody who makes videos and then has to like edit them, or do you just make them and launch them? Because if you make them and launch them, I'll look for it. What's your video going to be about? Do you need inspo? I'm just kidding. All right. I have this statue. Look at this statue. It's this guy playing the saxophone. It's really cool, but it's unlike anything I've seen before, and it's signed, but I don't know the artist's name. It's too hard to read what it says. And part of me was kind of like holding on to this because I was like, I need to research it and run it through Google Lens and whatever. And Grandma said last night, she's like, I'm sometimes just like getting the listing going and not stressing about the details. And then once it's live, you can go back and easily edit. So that's what I'm going to do. See image for approximate measurements. Okay. Okay. Metal sculpture with painted finish. So things like this that like could have a high value, I just don't know about it. Like that kind of stresses me out because I'm like, okay, well, how much research am I going to do? How long will I try to find who this is and all that stuff? But done, what's the saying? Done is better than perfect, right? So vintage handmade music. Working on my keywords. And look how efficient this makes me when I get most of this stuff done beforehand. Okay. All right, let's launch. Yay! All right, I got my 2 new ones done. I got my 3 cross-listed done, and I did it in 26 minutes. What did I say? 20 minutes to half an hour? All right. So I'm right on target with my time frame too, which is good. So Michael says that he makes his videos and watch them. Wait, hold on. You're going to either show what just came in the mail, comics. Oh, that's fun. So do you buy a lot of comics? How do they come to you in the mail? Or a reaction video? Ooh, to the 1940s Captain Marvel serial show. Well, that's cool. So is that your genre? Are you a comic book person? Don't get mad. Oh, were you watching yesterday when I said I sold a Funko Pop from, I guess it's not comics, the Arrow, the show The Arrow. I think it might have started as a comic. I don't know. Deadhead, hi, you're new here. Welcome. How did you find me? Are you a reseller? Tell me all about you. Tell me. Welcome. Thanks for jumping on. I'm actually getting ready to wrap up because I gave myself a short little window of I need to get this stuff done. And guess what? I did it. Woohoo. Score 1 for the good guys, right? Yeah, start with Google Lens. I know I did that already and it wasn't fruitful. And then, so that's where I go down these rabbit holes where I'm like, oh, I'm going to research. I'm going to try to Google Lens the autograph, and I'm going to try to Google Lens the sculpture, and then look for something similar and all that stuff. And then before I know it, like, a half an hour has gone by and I'm like, why am I stressing over this? It's a unique handmade piece. Just let me list it and just get it out there, Michael says he does comics now for the last 9 months, but you were a general reseller before. Oh, that's so cool. What made you specialize, if you don't mind my asking? Were you trying to be more efficient and just like streamline things? Deadhead says, I want to start reselling, but no idea where to start. Yeah, we all found a way in, didn't we? My recommendation, not that I'm an expert, but I say start with something that's around the house that you have that you wouldn't be upset if you sold it and you got no money for it, or even if it lost you money. So in other words, don't start with like a designer luxury bag or something. Start with something with very little emotional value. So if it totally gets goofed up, you won't be heartbroken. But also if it's something that you own already, you probably know about it. So like if it was, let's say I was selling my iPhone, I would say, okay, well, I know the model. I know about what it went for. I know, how much I bought for it, if there's any damage, all that kind of stuff. So, you kind of know the product, or the fit, or the brand, or whatever it is. And then you'll kind of get a feel for the postage and the shipping stuff, which I think a lot of people, that's their biggest hang up, is like, how do I get this out of my house? And then once you start with that, you can kind of just take it one step at a time. Deadhead, what's your name? Unless you just want me to call you Deadhead, which is fine either way. Michael said he moved to the country, so he got rid of his warehouse. Oh, you had a warehouse. Wow. Comics take a lot less space, yeah, for sure. And they're fun, especially if you know about them. Yeah. I could probably sell comics. I could bone up on it, but I don't know enough now, like, to kind of get started with that. How cool. So you used to have a warehouse. Oh my gosh. I need to get jumping off in a minute, but I feel like I have a zillion bajillion questions for you, Michael. Be like, tell me about your warehouse. Tell me about your history. Tell me about reselling. But I guess that'll give us something to talk about next time we're together, huh? Deadhead said, oh, Jade. Oh, Jade is going, be right back. Okay. Jade, are you a boy Jade or a girl Jade? I know a boy Jade and a girl Jade. He or she has tons to sell, but no idea about shipping, etc. Yeah, so I will say shipping, I think, is probably like the barrier to entry for a lot of people. But that's why I said also sell something that you own or that you wouldn't be heartbroken if you didn't get a good return on it, because it allows you to figure that out. And some people lose money on their first shipping and whatnot. I think also starting on Poshmark makes it so simple to do the shipping. Plus, it's all that free supplies from USPS. So that makes it really, really simple. And then you can kind of get a feel for the photographing and the listing and sending things out on time, etc. And then you can upgrade to eBay and some of the more nuanced platforms as you go. So anyway, I am so glad that I jumped on, even though it's only been for a quick half an hour, to get things done. I'm so excited, Michael. It's good to get to know you a little bit better. Alan, thanks for jumping in. I don't know if we ended up losing my other brand new friend, Jody, who was on for a minute. And Jade, I'm sorry that we got to talk for just a quick couple minutes and then you had to be right back. And now I am leaving so I can get on with the rest of my things. But this has been fun getting to chat with everybody. And I consider you guys my coworkers. So thank you for keeping me company and for keeping me accountable, especially you, Alan. Anybody who's watching, feel free to ask me how I'm doing on my daily 30 and keep me to task. So Alan said, sorry, he was called away to see his wife. Tell your wife I said hi. Answer your question. First singer, Tarja. Oh, what a pretty name. Oh, she was sacked. Oh. And then Annette walked away. And the third, the one I watched is Floor. And she had to learn the playlist in 48 hours. No way. No way. The words and everything? Or did she know the songs already? She just had to learn the playlist, like what came next, or she had to like learn all the music, because she was incredible. That singer was incredible. And is her name Floor, like Floor, or is it Fleur, like the French flower, Fleur? Interesting. Bye, Michael. Yes, thank you for chatting. And Jody. Oh, I'm glad you're listening in the background. Okay, good. Thank you guys for coming into my channel. I'm a fledgling little newbie YouTuber, but it's so good to have you guys as new friends. And thank you for supporting my channel and coming in to say hi. I don't think I'll be back on tomorrow, but maybe next week. So, and we can talk more. And then once my kids are back in school, it's on, baby. We're going to get so much work done together. So cool. Thanks for joining me and chit-chatting. And Alan, I just asked you a bunch of questions and now I'm jumping off. So we'll have to connect and catch up more in the next one. And thank you, Alan, for being such a great supporter of the channel as well. Oh, she was the backup. Oh, okay. Okay, she was the backup singer. That makes me feel a little bit better, but still, girlfriend can wail. That she's impressive. So, hey, Alan, thanks for turning me on to that band. It was cool to watch them. So, all right, everyone, talk about a long goodbye. Have a good rest of the day. Thanks for chatting. Talk to you soon. Bye.